Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. This is another legendary bout. This is YUFFIE versus the Wronged. And as you can see, I did this one pretty quick, 3 minutes 30. I think my run when I was recording took 4 minutes, so it's a little bit longer than my current fastest time. So I'll show you the build. So YUFFIE, the weapon she's got is a crescent sickle. Yeah, mainly for the extra magic damage. Any armor piece with 6 slots. As you can see, I've got 2 remaining if you put one for 8. And for the accessory, I've got Genji gloves. Now for materia, we've got MP absorb linked to lightning and wind. MP absorb linked to ice. Strength up. Magic up. Phoenix materia in the summon. 2 free slots as you can see. We've got enemy skill. ATB boost. ATB stagger. First strike, and fire linked to elemental in your armor. 8B charge rate up, shuriken mastery, and attack power plus 20 times 2 of them. Yes, so 2 free slots, guys, so lob in there whatever you want. Maybe chakra, maybe magnify and ice for the wolves at the start. These strategies for this do get a little bit technical. Sometimes if you don't apply enough damage at a certain time, or you're too quick, etc, etc. Some of them might not quite work as well, but what I'll do, I'll explain to you how the fights work, how some of the moves work, so if you do need to adapt, guys, it's not too big a trouble for you. The fights aren't too difficult if it takes a bit longer, just means you might not be as quick as me. So these wolves at the start, if you don't know, YUFFIE's Windstorm, it does a different attack if you use it when your shuriken's in your hand or if the shuriken's in an enemy. If it's in an enemy and you do Windstorm, it pulls all the enemies towards it, but if it's in your hand, doesn't quite do that, but it does a bit more damage. So what we're going to keep doing, lobby shuriken, windstorm, shuriken, windstorm. And what a game doesn't tell you is that windstorm, when it's in an enemy and you use windstorm, when the shuriken's in an enemy, any enemies which get pulled into that wind, you get a little bit of ATB back. That's why I'm kind of getting back ATB. I mean, when this works well, you'll kind of pull all 4 wolves to begin with and you'll kill them all kind of simultaneously, or at the same time. But sometimes might pull 2 in to begin with, and the other 2 might come in later. But just keep trying to do that, guys. Throw the shuriken, windstorm. Throw it, windstorm. And that should get rid of them pretty easy. If not, like I say, you might just have to get rid of them with some basic attacks. But what I normally do, I just reload if that don't quite work as well. Right, so for the Joker, first we're going to use 8B boost, and then wind ninjutsu because he's weak to wind. We're going to dodge his first attack or block it. And we're going to use Doppelganger. Now as Doppelganger, just lob your shuriken and then keep pressing square to do wind damage. Now see that attack he just done, Soul Sucker. Every second time he does that, he's going to kind of become pressured for about 2 seconds when he does the Enema move. And in between Soul Sucker, we'll do a few attacks. You can either block them, like so, and basically you'll know when he's going to do Soul Sucker because he'll come really close to you. And when he comes close to you, make sure you're ready with 2 full ATBs. Roll away and make sure it's his second time doing Soul Sucker, and then straight after dodging do wind level 3, and just pretty much I'll hit him as he becomes pressured and it'll stagger him, and then once you're staggered, quickly build up 2 more ATBs and do wind level 3, guys. Like I say, if that don't quite work so you've got to be very, very close with your timing, but it's not too bad. Just like I say, try to block or dodge most of his attacks, but when it comes to Soul Sucker, he'll come really close, then dodge away, and every second time, be ready to use wind level 3. So for this guy, again, we're going to use Ice Ninjutsu to begin with, ATB boost, Ice, dodge out of the way if you just Toxic Mire to begin with, so you'll have a Poison Cloud at your current location, and then use Doppelganger, and then what you want to do is lob a shuriken at his arm, yeah, make sure you lob it at his arm, not his body, and then just keep pressing square, guys. Now this might work, it might not work. It's kind of, if you do too much damage, it can mess this up. But make sure you keep your ATBs ready. As soon as he destroys right arm, he'll become pressured. Straight away, lob Ice level 3. If you don't do this quick enough, you'll miss because you'll become unpressured by the time it hits. That's it, and the idea is to make him so he's got just a bit left on his stagger bar. So that when he becomes enshadowed, you can completely fill his stagger bar and stagger him. Like so, guys. If you do not stagger him during End Shadow, eventually while he is staggered, he'll get like that lock where he can't deal enough damage, because he kind of has to do this duplicating animation first. So the key is to stagger him during the end shadow animation. And of course, once he's staggered, just use ice level 3 guys, and that will do massive damage to him. Right, so for the dragon, he does a lot of fire-based attacks which will heal you up, so it's quite simple. He's weak to ice, so use ice ninjutsu first, followed by doppelganger. Yep, and then just keep building up your 2 ATBs and using ice level 3 guys. If he gets close, just roll away. And yeah, as long as you're not too close to him, he'll normally use fire attacks and not too bad. And just another thing, that diabolic variant guys, that previous enemy. Yeah, most of his attacks you can block. The toxic Mai you have to kind of roll away. If he does the 3 tentacles where they go inside the ground, just block all 3 of them. Sometimes you do something called the illusory something, where he'll jump in the air. Again, just roll that away for that one. But even if you don't kill him quick enough and he gets a chance to summon all his clones, it's not too bad. Just keep rolling away, lobbing your shuriken, press the square, and lob in ice level 3 once you build up 2 4 ATBs. But yeah, the dragon's pretty simple. Like I say, just use ice ninjutsu, doppelganger, keep away from him, use ice level 3 when you build it up, and whenever he gets close, roll away. Now this one, it will heal you up when he does fire attacks, but when he does Swan Song, you have to quickly disable him. So straight away, lightning ninjutsu, because he's weak to lightning, doppelganger. Doppelganger does about 20% damage off your damage, by the way. And then you want to destroy his left wing or right, in whichever order, don't really matter. Just lob your shuriken at it. And then once you've done one wing, move on to the other. That's it, just spam square until you've destroyed it. And then use lightning level 3 on the main body. That's it, and just keep doing that, guys. Eventually he'll do a Swan Song again. Even though the Swan Song does fire damage, it will instant kill you, even if you absorb fire. Yeah, so he'll do wind attacks and fire attacks. And I know that attack's called Firestorm, but it's actually wind based. You can check his success menu, see what attacks are fire based. But it's kind of random what he does. But whenever you see an attack come in, you can check his success menu. If it's a wind attack, just roll that away. And be ready for Swan Song again. As soon as he starts Swan Song again, destroy both his wings. So do one wing, then move on to the other, and then once his main body becomes pressured, lob lightning level 3. The wings will normally destroy with one lightning attack, but we want to try to save our ATBs ready for the main body to attack as soon as it's pressured. And of course, once it's staggered, that ATB stagger materia will give you a massive chunk of ATB. Build up a little bit more, and then use lightning level 3 to finish him off. I find we need that ATB stagger, because what will happen is when you stagger an enemy, a boss, you will not be able to build up 2 full ATB gauges in time, so you're kind of wasting a lot of damage. That's where the ATB stagger material comes in useful. And that's it, guys. YUFFIE, not too bad. Like I say, you have to get quite technical, and timing's quite important if you want to do exactly the same as me, but you can adapt to that a bit and still manage to pull through. So that's it, guys. Legendary bout, YUFFIE versus the Wronged. Thank you for watching, and next up will be K Sith. I will see you then.